And thank you for the great presentation. I'm Roberto Baddario. As I told, I am a chemical engineer with about 28 years of experience in chemical. I've been working for Valagro now Syngenta for 25 years. I was the global director for process technology, plant design engineering, and production. And then, about 1 year ago, I decided to face this challenge. So installed a new plant in Orangeburg to produce biologicals. Then we had the commissioning, the startup, and now we are running this new plant in US. Before starting, I wanted to introduce you the scenario where we work, where we are. As you know, by 2050, we should produce about 50% more crops because the global population is growing so fast. And how should we produce it? We should produce it in a sustainable way. So let's remember what it said. One of our targets is sustainability. Why? Because in all the countries, the new rules are directed to sustainable agriculture. We want to reduce the impact of chemicals. We know that the cost of fertilizer is high, and we want also to increase the quality of the product. And how can we manage it? By biologicals. What biological means, as you told us before, biological means biocontrol. Biocontrol, we can say we are talking about microbiology, so produce metabolites and so biopesticides. So not use chemicals, but use metabolites, biopesticides to face biotic stress. Biostimulants. Biostimulants are mix of natural extract, seaweed extract, humic acid extract. So we start from natural products, we extract the active ingredients, and then we formulate them to produce biostimulants, which can increase the growth of the plant. We can help the plant to face abiotic stress. And then we can produce also nutrient use efficiency. So microorganisms and products which help the plant to uptake directly from the field, the product. So these are the three main lines. And just to show you which is the impact on the market and how biologicals are growing fast. So from 2020, where the market was about $8.5 billion, now in 2025, we should reach 12.8 billion as global market, and by 2030, about 20 million. So 150% more than 2020. So why? Because we want food, a biological food. We want higher quality and less risk for our food. Where is Syngenta Biological? Syngenta is a Switzerland group. Syngenta Crop Protection, Syngenta Seeds, Adama, Syngenta Group China. And as you told before, Syngenta in 2020 took over Valagro. Valagro is an Italian company. We produced biological products, and thanks to Valagro, Syngenta created in Syngenta Crop Protection, Syngenta Biologicals. I'm from Italy. I've been working for Valagro for a long period, as I told you. And so now Syngenta is investing a lot of money in biological. As you can see, Syngenta has 56,000 employees all over the world, is the #1 in crop protection and biologicals. And the most important thing, Syngenta invests about 1.5 billion in R&D every year. These are the main manufacturing plants of Syngenta Biological. The first plant was in Italy, as I told you, but now we have plants all over the world. So we have a big network among all these companies. Norway, where we produce seaweed extract, the most important extract. Pashamila in India, where we have microbiologists and so microbial product. Pirassununga in Brazil. And now, starting from 2024, we have installed and started up the new plant here in Orange.
Can I expand on that real quick? So when I did the tour with their company, he was telling me that all the algae that's being harvested is going across the world to actually give the nutrients that are fed into the fertilizer as a natural compound. And that natural compound or organic is what everyone wants is organic fertilizer. And they're getting it all from that algae. And so by bringing that here, now we can grow organic vegetables and produce and through their company. And then he wants to expand that across the United States, correct?
Exactly. We directly harvest our seaweed in the Norwegian coast, and then we extract the main active ingredients, sulfoquinone, alginate, and so on. And then we ship this extract all over the world. From Atessa, we ship other extract, natural extract. In all the plants, we can produce humic acid extract. So we are talking just about organic products, biological products. Another two important words for us, people. People are the main investment we have. We spend a lot of money in training. In Syngenta Biological, we have about 1,400 employees from 40 different countries. And they are the center for our development. People and innovation. So as you can see, we have 3 biological research centers all over the world. So we invest a lot in research, and thanks to this research, we can offer new products every year. So we have launched about 45 new products in the last 5 years. So not only production and supply, which is important, but new products, innovation. So another target for us and for you, it is important in innovation. And as Jeff Ross said, our CEO, now we can reach innovation by the support of AI. Now we have to make a big switch. AI, data science is very, very important, not only for production, but as my colleagues can say, also for research, also for development, because we test on the field our product. So I can leave the floor to our colleagues, research colleagues and development colleagues, because they can explain you something about how we develop new products. Justin?
Okay, yes. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Sorry, but I don't see the platea, but okay, I'm here. And okay.
Okay, try now.
Yes. Yes, for me it's okay.
It's not we can hear you just by the laptop and
Yeah.
But okay.
Can you guys listen? Okay.
okay.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I can help you by moving the slides.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. First of all, nice to meet you. My name is Giustino. I am agronomy research manager and I'm working in Syngenta Biologicals now, but I'm started 10 years ago in Valagro, the same company that Roberto explained before. It's my pleasure. Big thanks to Roberto and the colleagues and obviously the university to invite me in this particular speech. And now I will follow in a brief part our core or our GEA Power platform that support starting from more than 20 years our activities and our base of new products and the support the production activities. As you can see in the first slide, Syngenta as a partner of in-house facilities, but have robust partnerships and collaborations outside that permit to ensure new capabilities, new capacity, and obviously the scientific aspect regarding to the biologicals, and in this case, the biostimulants. Please go ahead, Roberto. Okay, move ahead. Just one flash regarding the strong crop protection research and development facilities. As you can see, we have a worldwide company and state of our structures, but one focus is on Atessa. Atessa Research Center is fully dedicated to discover the new or novel biostimulants product. We have here more than 2,000 square meters, greenhouses, laboratories, and office. And every day works here more than 30 researchers and others technicians. Please go ahead. Okay, just an overview of our unique innovation engine. We're moving, starting from the platform and science based on the platform, the complementary of discovery, biostimulants, biocontrol, and nutrient use efficiency products, a unique R&D structures that permit to move fast in a discovery and obviously in the market. The collaboration is our strong and our choice. And finally, the technology and the evolution of this permit to achieve the best of class of new products. Moving ahead. Okay, in Atessa, we have a build or physically build on the research, but in Italy, in northern and southern Italy, we have two key joint lab. The first one is University of Pisa, managed by Professor Perata, Pier Domenico Perata, and inside to the plant science university, we have a unique joint lab, plant lab named, that permit to discover in deep the behavior of new compounds, new raw materials inside to the cells, leaves, roots, and wool plants, with a focus on drought and abiotic stress. In southern Italy, we have a special joint lab focalized in a phenolab. As you can see in the photo, in the pictures, we are able to detect every day, every hour, every week, the exactly efficacy of our leads, thanks to the imaging analysis. As you can see, we have from corn, soy, vegs as tomato, peppers, as a model crop to moving and to explain the exactly response of our products. Please go ahead, Roberto. Okay, just other pictures, moving ahead. Another joint lab is in India, Hyderabad, came from the Valagro family. And in these particular labs, we are able to discover and to focus the attention of microbials compounds, microbials leaves and microbials derivatives of as a formulated as a fermentation derives and some other actives inside to this part. Moving ahead. Okay, starting from a family or a big family of natural sources, microbials, non-microbial extract, biomolecules, peptide, and some others, we are able to moving in our pipeline came from stress mitigation, crop enhancement, soil enhancement, nutrient use efficiency, and phosphorus use efficiency, and discover the potentiality, innovation, and finally to testing in development stage the potentiality of this in different growth standard management, different crops, different species, and considering the environmental condition or different kind of environmental conditions. Moving ahead. Okay, just exactly addition of biostimulant. Biostimulants is a product that are able to stimulate the plant nutrition, the crop enhancement, and the tolerance to abiotic stress. This permit to a right combination of different active ingredients. Moving. And for this, we have our GEA Power. GEA Power is our based to discover, platform to discover, to innovate, and to following a exactly workflow to arrive at the final formulations. Moving ahead, please. Exactly. Here we have a sort of workflow. Moving to the natural sources, we are able to mix this inside of the chemistry and formulation platform. Chemistry formulation is very dedicated to discover the actives, how much, and different compounds inside of the natural sources. Moving to the true plant science, we are able to discover exactly behavior in the wood plants, root and obviously epigean plants. And finally, thanks to the microbial science, we are able to detect the novel microbial solution that help the plant in crop enhancement and abiotic stress. Finally, we are able to have exactly, for example, in microbial selection, we are able to detect the exactly name, ID, gene, species, and finally the combination and the exactly behavior inside the plates, starting from the plates. Moving. Obviously, in this, we study the compatibility of microorganisms and the novel biostimulants. As you can see, Roberto showed before, algae or alga extract is the key raw materials that permit to have novel and new products, and the combination between these are very powerful to help the plants and the future of agriculture. And not only this, we have a robust science based on genomic. Genomic means the characterization of genome inside of the plants. When we apply different kind of products, different doses, different raw materials, we are able to detect each hour, each 24 hours, each 2 days, 3 days, the exactly behavior and the up and down regulated of genes inside to the plants. This is an example, is a sort of fingerprint that we will are able to collect in each kind of raw materials. Moving, go ahead. Not only this, a little bit scale, Arabidopsis thaliana, the best model crop in our labs. This is one of different systems that we have to select the biostimulant products. As you can see in this kind of plates, we are able to detect the root and plant development. Moving, just last 2 slides. Phenomic approach, imaging analysis. In right, we have a root analysis, but not only root analysis. We have a leaf analysis and biomass analysis. As you can see in the line, we observe the exact response of the plants each 5 hours. Is another example of our platform inside of the GEA Power. Finally, agronomy research capabilities managed by me. We have a more than 10,000 square meters in field and glass houses, grow chambers, 80 technicians that work every day in our labs and greenhouses, and finally permit to move, go ahead, Roberto, to testing in different conditions from grow chambers, glass houses, and field, different raw materials, different doses, but to explain the exactly time of application, because biostimulants means enriched compounds that when we put in the soil or in the foliar, the response of the plant is very different in large scale. And for us is a big step to demonstrate the powerful of newer products. And finally, the last one is an example of our data. As you can see, we have a model setup of to reproduce the drought condition, moving to the weight of plants, the stomatal conductance, the tensiometer, and amount of humidity in the soil permit to testing in exact way, or not choose the best materials inside of our portfolio. That's it, my presentation, and thank you for the attention.
Thank you very much, Justino. Okay, as you can see, we have a lot of data to analyze in our lab, in our greenhouse. So data analysis, artificial intelligence now are very, very important to be the first on the market. So develop new products and arrive as
Just curious, how many people are interested in data analysis, data, SQL stuff and all that? I've never thought about it, using it in ag tech or biotech, but I mean, they're using all of that information from what you guys gather to make plants grow or double productivity, correct? And so, they need your help to make sure everything's going correctly.
and go fast.
And
Go
going
fast.
fast.
Now,
Yeah.
go fast is very important. So thank you, Justino, and I can leave the floor to Pete.
Or Catherine.
Catherine, sorry.
No worries. Hi, my name is Catherine Buxton. I'm a product biology technical manager for North America. So I have responsibilities for early stage products in seed care, fungicides, and biostimulants. So I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about the research and development organization in the US. This first slide is showing how the organization is set up. We have 4 innovation centers, which have several scientists focused on weed control, pathology, insect control, and then also agronomy. And then we also have a very large research center down in Vero Beach, Florida. And we run about 2,000 trials every year, which is quite a bit. And for those of you who are more, you can keep going. Yeah, there you go. For those of you who are more interested in the industrial side of Syngenta, we do have 2 locations that are our main conventional product manufacturers, one in Omaha, Nebraska, and then one also in St. Gabriel, Louisiana. And then Greensboro, North Carolina, of course, is our headquarters, but we have pilot plants here in Greensboro where they'll start developing small batches of new products. We also have a bunch of spectacular formulation chemists here that are just geniuses in what they do. And it's always amazing to see the new products they come out with. Application technology, looking at how droplets hit the leaf, 3D printers, drone applications, wind tunnels, all sorts of fun stuff here in Greensboro. And then also in Research Triangle Park, that's where more of our bioscience work is done. We have some excellent state-of-the-art greenhouses there. There's a lot of seeds work that's done over there too. So developing new cultivars and new solutions. So you can go to the next one. Just a comparison of how much Syngenta puts into the research and development compared to our competitors. Of course, those are the main competitors that you may or may not be aware of. And every year we're putting more and more money into developing our new products. Go to the next one. We have 9 strategic cropping groups that we focus on here in Syngenta. Some of them are important to the US, such as corn and soybeans, cereals, specialty crops such as grapes and potatoes and tree nuts. The diverse field crops are more important to Europe, so sunflowers, oilseed rape. Rice, of course, is really important to Asia. Sugarcane, we've got some of that in Florida, but then there's also a whole bunch in Brazil. Vegetables, and then professional solutions, that would be turf and ornamentals. So those are our main focuses. And what do we bring to those markets? We bring weed control products, disease control products, insect control, things that simulate plant health, which we've kind of been talking about today. Nematodes, those nasty little critters that like to eat the roots in the soil that are hard to see. Then abiotic stress and yield quality are also things that we've kind of touched on today. And then soil health is also a segment that we're getting into more and more. Next slide. So the really cool thing is that when you think of products that are applied to a plant for any of these reasons I've just said, you probably think of just a liquid that you spray on the plant, but that's not all that we do. We have many different types of products that our formulation chemists build for us. We have seed treatments. These are products that go on the seed before they're planted to help protect the plant as it's growing. We have, of course, the traditional liquid formulations for foliar and soil applications. We also have very special formulations that can be put out in ultra low volumes, so even 2 gallons an acre, which is really, really low. And then also drone formulations that are specifically made for drone applications. We have dry formulations, and if you get into the stuff that the pest people would spray in your houses to kill the cockroaches and the ants, you get into dry baits and gel baits, and those are also things that our formulations chemists develop. And then we also have some products that are used for thermal fogging, not necessarily here in the US. So if you think of malaria and mosquito control, we have some products that can be thermal fogged to cut down on mosquito populations and protect the people from malaria. So pretty cool stuff. This is just a general idea of how long it takes to develop a product. In general, it takes 10 to 12 years for a conventional product from discovery to registration. Costs about $300 million, so a lot of money. And you never know at what point you might end up finding something that will stop the project. And we have lots of different folks that work very hard to bring these products to the market. Next one. And again, just kind of how that amount of money is spread out over the time frame. So of course you have a lot of work with toxicology and field studies and chemistry and biology work as well. And then of course the very end, there's a lot of funds that go into the registration process itself. And my last slide is just kind of showing all the different groups within Syngenta and outside of Syngenta that go into bringing a new product to the market. So lots of people that have to work together. So we have project managers that bring everybody to the table and make sure that everybody is informed and on the same page. So that's what I got. Thank you.
Thank you, Catherine. Thank you very much. So following our logic, we started from our lab where we develop new products, the greenhouse where we test them, the field where we have the last test, and then we have to produce our fertilizer. So as we told before, Syngenta invested $27 million to build a new plant in Orangeburg because we have a big market in US. US is very interested in biological products, organic application. And so in November 24, we had the startup of the new plant, starting from a greenfield. So it is a greenfield project. So it was a very important project. Here you have the layout of our factory. The total area is 22,000 square meters. So far, we have installed a building of 3,500. What does it mean? That we can invest more? This is just the first step. We can extend our plant and we can start also producing here biocontrol and so other solution for agriculture. This is the CAGR, so the growth of Syngenta in biological. As you could see, we have a growth of about 12%. Syngenta target is 20% as growth in biostimulants. And you can see the targets of our USA plant in the next year, plus 50%, plus 70%, plus 30%. It means moving from 15 employees to 33, 35 employees. So we are investing a lot in plants, but we are investing a lot also in people. Here is just a block diagram to understand which is the project and where you can see our extraction processes we have, formulation area, and packaging area. Our targets. You have heard a lot about production, but remember our first target is safety. What does it mean? That we have to work in a safe environment. So developing the project, we have invested a lot in order to develop a safe factory. we have, for example, exothermic reaction in our plant. So before starting, we develop a process risk analysis. So now we can manage this reaction in an automatic way. So we are moving now to automation on the plant. And in this way, we can guarantee a high level of safety in our plant. And another important risk we have, interaction between forklift and operators in the area. It is probably the main cause of injuries. And we have developed a forklift-free area. So in our production, we don't have forklift. We don't have any risk of interaction between people and forklift. We talk a lot about sustainability. If we want sustainable products, we have to develop them in a sustainable way. It means that our process should be sustainable. What does it mean? That we have a zero wastewater plant. So we can recover all the washing water, and the first rainwater, we can recover this water in the process. So we have zero discharge, so zero impact on the environment. Then it is important, as you can see in the photo, all our tanks or our pumps are in basin, so in a containment area. And if we have a small release, we have an emergency basin to recover this leakage. So again, zero impact in terms of liquid and zero impact also in terms of air impact. So we have installed voluntary scrubbers to abate powder, to abate smell. So remember, sustainable products by a sustainable process. And something which can be interesting also for you, look at the two photos. Our plant is a full automated plant. So it means that we manage it by PLC. All the data from the fields arrive on the PLC. So our shift leader can manage all the process. So he has all the parameters on these monitors. And by this automation, we can increase our productivity, increase our safety, and increase our production. At the same time, so not only the process, but also the production. We have installed an MES system, manufacturing execution system. So the production is managed by scan. So we have all the data directly in our laptop. So we can know which is the production, which is the efficiency. We can know in each moment, we can know everything is happening in the plant. So it is a very automated plant, both in terms of process and also in terms of production. So thank you to you. We have tried to give you some information about Syngenta and Syngenta Biologicals, starting from the lab to the lab.
No, just to, I know this is a little bit out of our wheelhouse, but I wanted to circle back. Dr. Krishigno is launching an $8 million grant to work with manufacturing companies and PLC automation as we speak, maybe within the next 2 months. And so they're looking for technology people, especially chemical engineers, because it's a lot of chemical stuff, but they have to lay all of this out to make sure that that works. I know it's something new, cutting edge. That's what Dr. Krishigno does. It's all tied to ag tech. And so we went down there and looked at the plant, and Dr. Hickmet and I went down. So it's all moving in some of your area as well as the chemical engineer, and it's all starting to blend together. And that's why we're coming out with this grant in January. So Shanika, did you want to say anything?
So, I know this class is in regards to like internship, which is amazing. I wish I would have had it when I was in college. But we are, we'll have an opportunity starting in January for a student internship at the Orangeburg site. In regards to just helping to train the next student. And also give you guys opportunity to learn more in regards to biostimulants and what the plant does. And virtually will be able to go more into detail in regards to that. If you are interested in any of those kind of opportunities, I will leave my business card here. You guys can always reach out, that's not a problem. If not, if the plant is not an option for you, or look for other opportunities, Syngenta is always hiring. You guys can always go to Syngenta website, which is jobs.syngenta.com, and look at those different career opportunities, home careers. They do have student opportunities as well out there as well.
Our headquarter is in North Carolina, so there, as Catherine said, we have.
So will you have an internship in January and one in the summer or?
We
Both?
can cover all the year,
Okay,
but we can create a link with Greensboro, so research, so development, and so other fields.
so when you have the
Other
other
location.
location, okay. So if you're interested, come on up, shake hands and get the card from her, Sharniqua, and I'll see you Friday on retirement. We got another class for transitioning,
Okay.
so, thank you guys.
Thank you. Thank you, Catherine.